folks, I'm going to show you the HP22 for Phoenix Arms, and I'm going to show you the basic functions and the field strip of it. So anyway, for starters, I wouldn't recommend this firearm for self-defense in any way unless you extremely familiarize yourself with this firearm. First off, and the reason because this gun has so many safety features and it's extremely picky. Well, let me get into the functions of it. First off, this gun will not do anything at all. Can't pull the hammer back unless this magazine has got to be in there, or you can't do anything. There's ways you can make it do things, I mean, if you want to go about it, but for the mundane, you know, it's got to have that magazine in there. So, you got the two safeties right there. You got your trigger safety, which is also the hammer. Hammer will not go back and safe, or the trigger will not pull. And on top of that, you got the trigger safety. I mean the hammer safety, which is interesting. So if you have this back, you go ahead and fire it. It's not gonna fire with that down like that. So if you really need it in a jam and you didn't pay attention where that was, it might be a bad situation. And so, anyhow, there's the safeties. You got the trigger. The gun will not fire. That's a single action. Got adjustable sight right there, so it's okay. Magazine release. And interesting thought that I don't like about this gun is that when you're shooting your shells out of your magazine, when it's completely done with the magazine, this gun will not sit back like that when it's done. I mean, it will sit there like that with the hammer pulled back and everything, ready to go again. The only way to know if it's empty is to go ahead and pull the trigger. I don't like that. One thing, you know, I like unless you're counting bullets or something like that, you really don't know when you're out of bullets until you fire and nothing happens. So anyhow, but if you go to the range, there's some range rules that need you to have the magazine out and the gun locked back. So since this one does not do it on its own, so this is how you would have to go about doing it if you took it to the range. First off, it had to be in fire. You go ahead and pull it back. Let me do this where it's better seen. You have to pull it back and then lock it in the safe and let it go. Now, from there, you can pull the magazine out, and that's okay. And now you can go ahead and set it aside. So if there's any range rules you have to deal with about that, any flags, anything you got to put in there, I don't know. So you can go ahead and put that back in there. So I think I about covered the basic functions of this. So we're going to get into the field strip. Now this is a little bit of pain in the butt. Well, that's a cheap pistol, what do you expect though? So anyhow, you got this little groove right there. You got them on both sides. Now you can either do it this way, but I'd like to do it this way. Just stick my thumbnail in there, and then you pull the top up like that. Be careful. There is a recoil spring in there that will fly out. So just pull it out gently. I'm about to have it fly out already. And just set that aside. See, there's a recoil spring. So go ahead and take that off. And we'll set that aside. Being a used gun, it does have some wear and tear on the edge right there. But it still fires fine. So I'm going to go ahead and take the recoil assembly out of here. And we're going to have some difficulty, it look like. Alright, so we got that up out. You can take the spring, put it right there, put that thing right there. Go ahead and drop the magazine out. I'm going to set that right there. I'm going to set that right there. The gun's completely field stripped. Now we're going to go ahead and put it back together. Alright. Oh yeah. Make sure that under that. I tried to put it back together one time with this over it, and I had a little bit of problem. So go ahead and make sure that that's under that little thing right there. Put your spring back on. Yeah. Make sure your magazine's in there. You will have difficulty if it ain't. Go ahead and pull the hammer back. Just kind of sit that in there to where it fits right. Now you gotta be careful with that spring again. See, there's that spring. Just hold your thumb over it so it don't fly out or so it don't bind. And just let it slide up in there. Like that. And just put your thumb right there and hold it. So I got my fingers right there. And go ahead and flick it in safe. And it'll stay put. It'll just stay right there and sit right there. So that's a good thing. Now grab your barrel. Now, there's a little groove right there. A little pin or whatever you want to call it right down in there. Go ahead and stick your barrel with this. That's got to go under that little pin right there. Go down there. Make sure it should lock in. Good to go. Drop the fire. Put that back. Put it back safe. Set it down. Let's put it back together. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all later.